This video is made for adult collectors because Arcee murders literally everybody in Transformers Prime. When Hasbro announced Legacy Prime Universe and showed off Arcee and Bulkhead, people were super upset because they wanted this, not this. People though have since warmed up to Bulkhead and really like him, same with me, but Arcee, that's a different thing entirely. Arcee I don't really like that much. It seems like this mold works for everyone but her, so if you want a Prime Arcee, get this one. But that's also kind of difficult. First edition can get very expensive. Oh god, go away. Thankfully, APC Toys got us covered with this one, and this is an actually good KO of the thing. This figure was provided to me by TF Safari. They are an online shop that specializes in third-party and knockoff stuff. They actually have a big sale on right now. They seem to have sales on all the time. And this figure does get discounted every now and then. It's discounted at the time of me recording the audio, so you can check that out. And to ship both this and Soundwave here from TF Safari in China to Canada was only $11. So the deals are pretty damn good there. And they gave me a discount code to give you, which is that Toy Guy special 3% off. I know it's 3%, which isn't a lot, but attached to the sale, it's always nice to save an extra few dollars. So you can use that link if you want in the description down below and that coupon code. So go check them out. Thanks for sponsoring the video. Now onto the actual toy. While TF Safari provided this to me and I only paid shipping, all the views expressed in this video are my own. That was my one condition to them and they were totally okay with it. Prime First Edition Arcee next to the Legacy one is just, oh man, I don't know how this happened. Like, I get what they were going for with Legacy, but it's just not that. First edition Arcee here is tall, so scale has kind of just gone out the window, and that wasn't a priority back then, but if that bothers you, then this is gonna bother you here. The APC one adds a lot of nice paint to the mix. The finish here is really well done. It's just metallic enough to look like it could exist in the real world. I love the use of alt mode parts. Like, Hasbro did a very good job with how the front of the bike actually becomes the chest and how the wheels split and become the back of the legs. The back is fine, a lot cleaner than the Legacy one, but the wing bits I'm not a fan of. Kind of wish APC found a way to put them on her back as opposed to on her arms, but eh. The first edition toy came with two blades that plug into the arms and look great if a bit too big, and sure enough APC thought that same thing as well because they included two accurately sized smaller blades. Love that. They also decided to throw in her guns. Thank you, APC. This figure really needed ranged weapons, and they got that down. It's weird to attach them, though, because you have to, like, the instructions, first of all, are no help. They don't tell you. So you really gotta, like, I think you gotta take the black part off and then slide it over the hands. That's the only way I figured out how to do it, but it looks like it works, and it looks cool. This version also has a brand new, much better looking head sculpt. They completely redid that. And they included the pink one in this as well. So if you bought the pink Arcee, you can, you have a spare head if you want to swap the heads out. So Arcee's posing is okay. Again, this was made during a time when articulation wasn't the like be all end all thing they were hunting for, but they were adding it more and more to the toys to make them, on par with like Marvel Legends, DC Collectibles, blah, blah, blah. So she has quite a bit of articulation, but the way that they've designed this toy, like Hasbro or Takara, whoever did it, there's bits that clash into other bits and things that just don't seem to work. So for starters, her head can rotate. It is on a ball joint, but it doesn't look up at all, which is really sucks because she's super acrobatic in the show and you'd want her to look up, but she can't. She can look down though, about that far, which is nice. Shoulders. The shoulders are on little armatures, right? So she can shift them up and down, but they only go out that far because of these little arm bits. There, you can get them out even further if you fold them away. I don't like these at all. You got forward and back at the shoulder. You have a bicep joint, which on this version is very tight. There we go. And then you have double jointed elbows for transformation, and then the the hands can sort of like go in and out. You have a waist joint, but it rotates on a slight off axis due to the transformation. But it is there and you can use it. Oh god, the chest pieces right here, the front of the bike, they don't peg in, so they move a lot and it's very annoying. So yeah, pain. Hips can go forward.
They can go back, they can go in and out. You have thigh rotation, however this one is very tight and just comes off a lot. You got a very deep knee bend due to transformation. Nothing at the ankles, which is a shame because sometimes when you put her down in like a pose, let's get her in a pose real quick. We're gonna put her in like a, I'm ready to fight. Oh, that actually worked. I'm ready. There she goes. Every time I'm like, oh yes. We'll put her hands forward, right? Because we'll put like the guns in her hand or something. Shooting pose. It's unfortunate because like she has heels. There's a flat surface right there. Like look at that. But it's not enough. It's just not enough. I think what needed to be, oh God, these stupid arm things. I think what needed to be done was there needed to be like this little heel section right here. This little black one, I think needed to be further out. So it would have been nice if this could like fold out of the foot so you'd have a nice flatter surface, because the heel is here out of focus. Come on, there we go. The heel is here and then you have this piece, but there's nothing on this side. And so that's constantly why she's falling over. So they definitely needed to add a little bit more. And I kind of wish APC did that, because APC Toys did make an entire, there goes the hip again. APC Toys did make an entirely new black Arachnia, or Arachnid as she was called in the show, but they didn't modify this. Now this, you see this here, this comes out a lot. So the wheels here are supposed to like, they don't tab in anywhere per se, except for here. This little piece right there hooks into the wheel. So let's hook it into the wheel. It's hooked into the wheel. Oh, let's pick, oh, there it goes. It doesn't, I remember on the first edition copy I used to have, that would tab in. This one's pretty good. It stays in place. It's not gonna like come out. This one though, doesn't take that much effort and it just pops right out. Also annoying. I know this is the articulation segment, but I'm talking about problems. Now the backpack can articulate to get out of the way of like the little shoulder things. So you can do that, which is quite nice, but then it ends up looking a bit strange from the front. There's no real way to remove it unless you take the pins out. You can mushroom peg the wheel off. Let's do that right now, actually. It's not coming off. I don't want to break it because I haven't filmed the bike mode stuff yet. Nope, I just saw it split. I'm not going to do that, but you can potentially remove it because it's on a mushroom peg. And then you can maybe shrink the backpack down a bit more. But yeah, Arcee. She's posable, but like, oh, that didn't work. There you go. She's not exactly the most stable toy in the world, which is unfortunate. Unless you have one of these, which is very useful, by the way. You should totally get one of these.
Transformation is very bike former. Legs connect and fold underneath to form the bottom of the bike and stuff, but the arms do a nice little flip to get into place. However, those bicep swivels being extremely stiff on my copy really make me scared that I'm going to break it. So, you know, I kind of wish they'd fix their tolerances a bit. The head part, though, can be a bit frustrating, too, to get into place, especially because there's a lot of clear plastic up there, and the horn that sticks out from her helmet, I'm always scared I'm going to push it into wrong and it's going to snap. But once you get the hang of it, it is satisfying to do. While the bike mode looks cool, I'm going to say the Legacy one has a nicer bike mode. It's these bits sticking out of the side. They aren't the greatest to me, and it adds unnecessary bulk to the toy, and I don't like it. The Legacy one doesn't have that. The bike feels more streamlined, unified. What the hell does that mean? Unified and sleek. But that's not saying the first edition / APC one is bad. It's fine. And if you don't have Legacy, then the bike mode is alright. Makes me want to get the Prime RID one now just to see how that figure works. But yeah, this thing's good for that price. It's on sale on TF Safari for like $33 US, and shipping this with another toy together was only $11 US, which isn't too bad at all. And I definitely recommend buying this for that price, considering first edition RC can go for like upwards of $60, which is unnecessary. As for Legacy, the other versions of this mold are better in my opinion. But that's my look at first edition Arcee. Thank you very much, TF Safari, for sending this my way. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.